Jacob and Esau's the end of the world.
Second and the sixth.
Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
Giving all praises, all glory, and all honor to double honor to our apostles and elders at Great Millstone as well. And peace and salutations to all you Akim out there preaching this truth. Throughout the four corners of the earth with truth and sincerity in your hearts and for the love of the gospel, all right? This is Great Millstone Branch, Gary Diano, with another, coming to you with another live camp. All right, with another lesson, with another live camp. Without further ado, we'll get right into it, man. We are prophesying the end of the world. It's the end of the world we're living in and the beginning of the next. Go ahead, up.
2nd Ezra 6, and I'll start at 7. It says, Then answered I and said, What shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first, and the beginning of it that followeth?
The end of the first is the end of the current world we're living in. And the beginning of it that followeth is the beginning of the world of New Jerusalem, man, coming down. Where a kingdom wherein dwelleth righteousness, man. Full righteousness. You know, Yahweh, kingdom of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Go ahead up.
It says, verse 8, And he said unto me, From Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the hill of Esau.
Alright. It says, Jacob's hand held the hill of Esau because Esau was born first, right? Esau was born first, and Jacob's hand held his heel, symbolically pulling down his kingdom. And that's exactly what we're doing. Give us 2 Thessalonians 2 and 8. That's what we're doing, man. Jacob, he Prince Power, which Jacob's name was later changed into Israel. Israel means he Prince Power, he's Prince of the Power, right? Through the Israelites, we're pulling down this kingdom. Because first it has to happen spiritually, and then after spiritually, it's going to be physical. Like I said, after spiritually, it's going to happen physically next, man. You know, but the prophets have to do their job spiritually first in order to get the physical. Go ahead. That's one of those?
Yep.
Finish what you got, Ron.
Hold on. I was grabbing something. I'll read 8 again. It says, And he said unto me, From Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him,
Yep.
Jacob's hand held first the hill of Esau.
Yep, because we're pulling his kingdom down. Jacob is pulling his kingdom down, man. Starting with his lies and his secrets. Go ahead.
It says, For Esau's the end of the world, and Jacob's the beginning of it that followeth.
Esau's the end of the world, man. And Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth because Jacob's going to rule in the kingdom of heaven. When you read Revelation, the 7th chapter, it talks about how you got 12,000 men sealed of each tribe of Israel.
Yep.
You know? So it listed no heathens, no one else but those 12 tribes, right? So Jacob is going to rule in the beginning of it that followeth, man. You know, no other nation is going to rule besides Jacob.
And if I may add, the Lord, being a fair power that he is, he allowed every nation to have a chance to rule the earth. Esau being the last nation to rule, man. And every nation fumbled the bag, man. You know, because it was never meant for these nations to rule anyway. But the kingdom, the world was created for Israel's sake, for Israel to rule. But the Lord, we had to see these nations rule so we can learn too as well. Because there was a learning process in all this as well for Jacob. To learn how not to rule. You know, watching Esau, how he's ruling these heathens, we learning now on how not to rule the earth.
Yep.
By this man's own failures, you know?
And by our own failures.
Yeah, that too.
You know? And it's all things are doubled against another. Like the brother just said, man, we seeing what not to do or why the heathen not supposed to rule, but we the ones that fell off. We the ones that fell away from grace, fell away from the promise. And Yahweh Shemar to us, but we're being brought back by way of what? By way of the grace that is given us, but only the elect is going to obtain that grace. You know? And it took for the elect to learn wickedness and righteousness in order to understand both sides, to be righteous judge. You know? Because when the elect rules on the kingdom of heaven, then we're going to be perfect. You know? Go ahead.
That was it on that one.
God. It's the book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 8. Matter of fact, starting in verse 7, it says, For the mystery of iniquity doth already work.
Yep.
Only who now letteth will let.
The mystery of iniquity is already working already, man. You know, it's already working. And the mystery of iniquity is who? Esau Edom. He is the man of perdition. Go ahead.
Until he be taken out of the way.
Now, how about Shem Yahushua? Go ahead.
And then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth.
Right. And the Lord is consuming that wicked man with the spirit of his mouth. Right now. By way of preaching the coming of Yahweh Shem Yahushua and letting these people know their sin. Letting them know that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is on his way with his angels. By us warning the people, all right, they have no cloak for their maliciousness. You know? So that's symbolically how we're pulling the kingdom down and how they're going to be consumed with the spirit of the Lord's mouth. Because we're the spirit of the Lord's mouth. The prophets, man. The real prophets, the true prophets.
You know, if I may answer your point, that's why Esau, you know, trying to get rid of the First Amendment. You know, through through the people that's in our land right now. You know, they trying to stop what's going on over here in a whole different place. You know, they got CEOs and stuff talking about we're anti shims and stuff like that. You know, it's the reason why they're trying to stop what we're talking about. You know, because it's bringing down their kingdom. You know, it's exposing their lives.
I got a precept. Go ahead. 2 Corinthians 10:4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High to the pulling down of strongholds.
Yep.
What we pulling down is like the brother's going to the symbolic Jacob pulling down Esau, Hill. We're pulling down what? The strongholds. What is strongholds? What's the foundation of this system was built upon? What? Lies, deception, deceit, ill-gotten gains. You know? That's how this devil's able to rule, through lie and deception and also the sword. So now it's coming into this truth, we're pulling down those lies. His pseudoscience, who was saying that the so-called black man's 3/5 of a human being, that's a lie.
Yeah. Saying that we're black is a lie.
Yeah, that's a lie.
You know? Saying that you the Jews is a lie. You know? Saying that your kingdom is going to continue forever. Saying that nothing's going to happen to you by taking this MOTV. All these, it's built up on lies. Man. But you know who's going to suffer the most? 2/3 of our people. Because it ain't no place for the heathens, man. Not to reign with Yahweh Shem Yahushua, but 2/3 of our people gonna suffer the most. You know?
It says, you got some?
Yeah, you got some more?
Yeah, a little bit more. Verse 5. And casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of the Most High.
Which is these breakdowns of these scriptures, man. These people out here breaking the scriptures are all totally wrong, man. These are imaginations. These are false divinations, man, that these people are giving heed to. And they have a lot of blood on their hands because you got other people following you know? And that's including our people and heathens.
I was gonna say the most recent one that always come back around, you know, is that Genesis 6. You know, talking about the Nephilim and all this shit like that. You know, that's a vain imagination. No, that's a fable that keep on coming back around the last couple of years. You know.
Yeah. Well, all nations can be saved.
Yeah, exactly.
That's another fucking lie.
Yeah, the Lord loves everybody. That's not true. That ain't what the scriptures say. But you know what? The fear of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is taught by the precepts of men. Men would rather just hear it from another man's mouth, you know, and then they'll just go and live by it. Instead of actually reading the scriptures for themselves. Oh, you know, cleanliness is next to godliness. The scripture don't say that. You know, scripture say, I'm all righteous, just these rags, you know? You're like, oh man, you can't be walking around here with dirty shoes on. Cleanliness is next to godliness. No, nigga. No, it ain't no scripture on that. Yeah. You can't be walking around here with dirty shoes on. You gotta stay clean. You know them pastors be on that. Yeah. You always gotta be clean while the Lord is looking. Like, come on, man. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
I'm gonna read this in the NLT. 2 Corinthians 10:5. We destroy every proud obstacle that keep people from knowing the Most High.
Yep.
We capture their rebellious thoughts and teach them to obey Mashiach.
Yeah,
that's what we're doing, man. We're casting on all these obstacles, these false pseudo camps, you know, these lies that this world's taught, Esau pseudoscience. Hey, this truth is destroying all that shit, and nobody can they can't gainsay. Even Esau, that's why he's finna come down with great wrath, because he knows he can't do nothing against this truth. That's why they'll never put the men of the Lord on these different platforms. Which the men of the Lord ain't gonna go on these platforms anyway, but the truth teachers, you know, they're not gonna put us on these platforms like CNN, Fox News.
Yep.
Because why? We're going to confound these motherfuckers, man, through the Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
You know?
And they won't listen anyway.
Yeah, they won't listen anyway.
Even if we was on CNN and Fox News, it ain't for them. The people that's watching CNN and Fox News, man, they're already gone. You know, you got the people, the real people that want to know the knowledge. They know not to be watching commercialized news. They know to watch what underground news, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
The alternative news.
Alternative news. You know, Al Jazeera. You know,
That was it on that.
I had a quick one.
I got a quick one too.
Habakkuk 2:16 says, "Thou art filled with shameful glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory." You know, and that's exactly what we're seeing with America. You know, all these different documents and things coming out showing that how this nation was built. You know, these different countries on American land, as well as the Epiphiles. You know, we're seeing that some of the people that that Americans hold in high regards, you know, is really, you know, wicked.
Yep,
You know,
these are your leaders, man. These are your people. These are the ones that they want to keep rich. And that nigga Epstein, that motherfucker was a spy, man.
Yeah,
That nigga was Israeli intelligence.
yeah, he's Messiah. Yep.
You know, his ass is Israeli intelligence. I'm sure of it. I'm man. And
Yeah,
they-
'cause
all the dots connect. Go ahead.
No, because the dude brought an article on how he's paid. He's he's like a stage billionaire. He was really paid to pretty much be used as a tool to blackmail these fucking, you know, the American politicians, man.
Exactly.
You know, because all them bunch of freaks and all these people, even down to your mayors, you know, these towns, these cities, all of them have they do wicked shit to get that position, man.
Exactly.
You know, and every society, I mean, every what's the word I'm looking for? Every industry, in order for you to reach to the top, you have to do some wickedness.
Yeah,
Whether it's in the sports world, whether it's in the field of entertainment, the field of music, even politics, the education system, anything. These people or even the job market. In order for you to be a CEO at a company or something, you have to do some wicked shit. They got to have dirt on you. You know, so they can, you know, you can be used to control.
Easy to control, blackmail you.
Yeah.
You know, but then they tried to do the same thing with Daniel. But they said in all his ways they couldn't find no fault with him. He was not a man of fault. They tried to find dirt on the prophets of the Lord, man. But it's gonna get so bad that when they can't find no fault on you, and they gonna understand that they ain't got nothing against you, they gonna just kill you, man. They gonna come down having great wrath. Why? Because they know the Lord is on his way. And when the Lord get here, they gonna say, man, they gonna talk to the mountains, say, fall on us. Hey, blow up the mountains so we can die. Let's just try to kill ourselves before the Lord get here. You know? Alright, son. Micah 2, straight to the point, 7. For the priest's lips should keep knowledge, and they should seek the law at his mouth, for he is the messenger of the Lord of hosts. All right, so he's the messenger of the Lord of hosts. So we're just coming to deliver a message. But if you're not going to hear the message, all right, then that's on you. Because the scriptures say, whether they hear or forbear, you got to come out here and give it to them anyway, man. You got to give it to them raw and uncut. You know, we can't sugarcoat the truth. Scriptures say, shake the hand. If they may go into the, what did it say? No, lift up thine voice and spare not. Somebody get that. Isaiah 58:1. Cry aloud. No, that's actually 58:1 is cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet. You know? So that's what we gotta do. To show the people of Israel their transgressions, man. And show them the people that run this country that you're so adamant to follow, that you're such a gun-ho American, right? That you live here, you're a proud citizen. Because what makes up a city? It's citizens. You know, America ain't nothing but a great city. You know? But we gotta let the people know that you can't be looking to these celebrities like they just got their riches off happenstance. You can't be following after them. You gotta follow after Yahweh Shem Yahushua if you don't want to get caught up in this destruction. You know? But the people ain't gonna listen regardless. So we ain't out there for them. We out for the elect. Only if those with ears to hear. We only out there for them. We ain't out there for nobody else. Because they all missile fooled, man. They gonna be rubble. What the scriptures say, stubble? You got that?
Yeah, I got that Isaiah 58.
You got it.
This is the book of Isaiah 58 in verse 1.
Yeah.
Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet.
Cry loud and spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet. We're not supposed to spare anybody, man. We're supposed to tell the unadulterated truth to everybody that hears, everybody that sees us. Now, why do you think we outside? Because the scripture says, wisdom crieth aloud, utter for a voice in the chief place of concourse, man.
Yeah.
All right, in the openings of the gates. What's the chief place of concourse? Out in the open where everybody can see you, where everybody's passing by you. You know, everybody's walking past. You know, busy intersections. You know, so everybody can see, because you gotta believe, the more people that see us, the faster the Lord can come. So we want to see everybody we can, though. We want to be in every single nook and cranny of the chief place of concourse. Because the elect gonna get gathered regardless. But the quicker we can push this work on the whole earth, the quicker Yahweh can come back. Which of course he's gonna come back when he wants to. Because no man knows the hour or the month, but we gotta hasten it the day. You know?
It says, and show my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sins.
Show my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sins. You know? We gotta let the people know where you fucking up at, man. You know? And if you wanna get right, then you come into us. Those that be weary come rest with us. This is what the elect is gonna do. And we can't say, oh no, he ain't wanna let, you know. Scripture said we gotta bring in the good and the bad, man. And the Lord gonna do the sifting. The Lord's gonna sift them all out. Yeah. When we bring them in, whoever wanna serve Yahweh Shem Yahushua, come on in. And we're gonna vet you, of course. But at the end of the day, the Lord is gonna be the one that do the sifting. You know, but whether you hear, whether you forbear, this word gotta come out, man. And it's going to, by way of the prophets. The Lord said he don't need you. He can raise up stones to do this job. You know?
I got a precept, because not only we got here to prophesy and warn Jake, but we also are prophet to the nations.
Yeah.
Real quick,
the heathen nations. To everybody, because the Lord said this. I said it twice. I got to pull it up.
Let me get this one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Jeremiah 28:8. The prophets that have been before me, before thee of old, prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. And that's what we're speaking of. We're speaking of what? War. Are we not in a time of war? You see what's going on with this whole Iran-Israel situation, which this has been going on for years, but it's only going to intensify and become, you know, it's no longer going to be rumors. It's going to be actual war. You know? It says of evil. We're seeing evil every goddamn day.
Yeah.
People getting killed. Horrific judgment, man. We just on the highway, you had a car smack into a semi. Yeah. They had to fucking stop the traffic to bring a helicopter down, man. Yeah. And it's like, yeah. You know, and it says of pestilence. And pestilence goes to what? Disease. We're seeing a rise of disease, man. A lot of people are sick. Believe it or not, a lot of these Americans are sick, man. Or have some type of form of sickness, whether it's cancer or some type of new ailment that Esau's putting out in the food in the air. You know, they just brought out, while everybody was talking about this whole Epstein list, they just passed law to allow this man Kill Gates to pretty much spray mRNA, that damn the needle sauce on your food, which they've been doing this shit. But now, they that's why they keep you so distracted. Meanwhile, they do something else.
Hey, to answer your point, you know, they just did, I believe it was the WHO,
yeah,
the WEF, like the countries that's involved with that. In the past month, they just did pretty much like a simulation of what would happen with another pandemic, you know? So they got some on the rise right now.
And all this is happening because it's all the will of the Lord. Remember, Esau, he is the sword of the Lord. What Psalm 17 says, deliver my soul, O Lord, from the sword which is thy hand. Yep. Esau, he's the sword of the Lord. He's the weapon that the Lord used to judge the nations, man. Yep. You know, and he's going to use Esau to judge our people, man. What says Ezekiel 21, that the sword is being made furbished. It is given into the hands of the slayer. Who's the slayer? Esau. Yep. Remember, that was his blessing. Yep. You know, the Lord's going to use this devil to bring a lot of death on the earth before he take his ass out eventually. But don't get it twisted. You get it taken out too, Esau. You know? That was it on that.
All right, man, because these people, all this information that comes out, man, these people just say, oh, well, yeah, Epstein was a pedophile. Oh, the world is terrible. Oh, we just going on about our life. And that's the mindset of these people, man. They just going to keep on going on about their life.
Yeah, that's the spirit you said that, because I forgot who I was watching. I think it was maybe Elliot Yashwan, but you were talking about, yeah, most of these American people, they mini Epsteins, you know, because they was putting the same exact, you know, they was giving the money, you know, to give them the power, they'll do the same exact shit. That's why they really don't give a fuck.
Exactly. All that money and wealth and power. You think Cardi B and Glorilla will give up their riches? Because they want an SA or, you know, BC or BBC or whatever the fuck, man. They gonna do anything they gonna do to keep the riches, man. Yeah. Just like the rest of these Americans. It's very few people out here that's gonna just give up their whole life and for the Lord.
Hey, that's why the Lord, he protects us from those riches. Because it's spirit, like Elder Yashua said too. It's demons that come with that shit. Money, fame, a normal sex. You and a woman, that don't become normal no more to a person like those millionaires. They gotta step into a step further.
Multiple people.
That's why the Lord said, he said, 2 things I require of you. Neither poverty nor riches. Riches because unless he forget thee, poverty unless he blaspheme thy name. But give me bread convenient enough for me. Because why? It's spirits that comes with that money, man. You get a lot of goddamn money, all of a sudden now you hanging out with motherfuckers that you don't have no business hanging out with.
That you don't even want to be with.
Yeah.
But you with him anyway. Like Birdman.
Yeah.
Now you hanging out with Birdman
Yeah.
and shit. Now you chilling on the train of your money now. You got your young guys on there.
Yeah, you doing freaky shit with this ball nigga.
Yeah, you the train. Now you the train.
Yeah.
They all get a turn. And everybody gets a turn, man. Into your backside looking like the black hole.
That's crazy.
Isaiah 29:10.
Yeah, started at 9.
Nah. Isaiah
It's
29.
the Lord himself that laid the stumbling blocks for these people, man. We just gotta thank him every day that that hopefully we can be a minute of the elect, because the elect ain't gonna fall into those stumbling blocks, man. The Lord ain't gonna set stumbling blocks before the men of the Lord. He gonna set stumbling blocks before the ones that want to stumble. But he said, in Romans 1, he said, I'll give you over to whatever you desire. So if your desire is thrones and rulership, man, and scepters, then you'll get this wisdom. But if you desire to be a nigga, smoking, you desire to be a nigga, man, the Lord will give you over to that nigga shit. With all got money. You got niggas that got money, you got niggas that don't got money.
Yeah.
You got some stand-up individuals that don't got money, you got some stand-up individuals that do got money. The money is that you get a love for that. Money is the love of money is the root of all evil, man.
Just keep on chasing and chasing. Isaiah 29:9. Say yourselves and wonder. Cry ye out and cry. They are drunken, but not with wine.
Yep.
They stagger, but not with strong drink.
They drink it, but not with wine, man. So what they drink with, man? They drink on philosophy. They don't know how to live their life. They don't know how to live life, period. They don't know how to teach others. They don't know how to do righteously. They don't know how to serve Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Neither do they know what his will is, man. That's why you're staggering at. That's why you're walking through life. I don't give a fuck if you ain't never set the lick in a day in your life. You don't know how to please Yahweh Shem Yahushua, him who created you. So you stumbling, man. You just drunk, don't know where to walk, impaired.
Like what King Solomon said, this is the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep his commandments. And why was Solomon able to make that what's the word I'm looking for?
That conclusion.
That conclusion, because he went to he stepped up to the left side. He went to the depths of the left side. He came to the conclusion. All that shit is vanity at the end of the day. It leads to nothing but emptiness and void.
I was at Spirit, you said that because even celebrities say the same thing. Once they get into the pretty much the end of their road, they always try to come back to the Lord and say, "Oh yeah, all this shit didn't really matter. This shit didn't make me happy." Yeah, exactly. It never made me happy. That's the same thing we how King Solomon said.
Yeah, you still reach the same fate.
That nigga Denzel got the Pope shit on. The reverend gown. Yeah. The fucking gown on, like nigga, get the fuck out of here. You ain't had that gown on in 98 when you was getting rear-ended.
God. It says verse 10 says, "For the Lord hath poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep, and hath closed your eyes, the prophets and the rulers, and your rulers, the seers hath he covered."
Can you grab Matthew 10, Matthew 13 and 9. Yeah, man. The Lord, everybody you go to for enlightenment, everybody you go for spiritual guidance, they can't break these scriptures down, man. Only one people can break the scriptures down, man, directly and correctly. And that's that GMS and those that follow the teachings. 100%. That was the only people that the book is not sealed to. Because the Lord has ordained them to be prophets to the nations. Like the brother guy. You ever get that? Prophets to the nations.
No, I ain't get that.
Oh no, you actually got something else.
I got Jeremiah 28.
You got Jeremiah 28. No, you good.
13 and 9?
Yeah, 13 and 9.
Matthew 13:9, it says, who have ears to hear, let them hear. That's the That's it. Yeah, so who have ears to hear, let them hear.
Yeah, y'all keep going.
It says, and his disciples came unto him. Oh, yes, spirit. And his disciples came unto him and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables? He answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of the heaven, but to them it is not given.
God, it's given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom and how about showing on side. But unto them it's not given. The Lord didn't give them anything, man. You know, this word is it's like a dark allegory to these people, man. You know?
If I may answer your point, that's why I wanted the word esoteric, because it goes into belonging, you know, to the inner circle, or the ones pretty much meant to only be understood by a select few people. Right. You know, so this truth is not for everybody. You know, it's not for the whole world. You know, we can teach the whole world. You know, it's only to the Lord's elect.
And what the Lord said, what? He said, I henceforth I call you servants, but friends. For the servant knoweth not what his master do, but his friend does. And you don't share your secrets with anybody, your deepest darkness. You share that with your entrusted friends, man. You know? And that's what the Lord did, man.
I got it.
No, that was into that grab by Revelation 14:3. Come on.
Isaiah 29:10. Isaiah 29:11. And the vision of all is become unto you as the words of a book that is sealed, which men deliver to one that is learned, saying, read this, I pray thee. And he saith, I cannot, for it is sealed.
So you read, you open the book, you crack it open, and you deliver it to the men that went to the theologian schools, right? Because they went to school and they practice, they like to practice the word of God, right? And to all his teachings, and then you deliver the book. Okay, what this mean? And they can't break it down. They don't know it, man. Or they tell you some BS is not entirely true.
Yeah,
now, they may be, huh?
I said, yeah, they wing it.
They wing it. Because they may be correct on some knowledge when it comes to history, you know, but spiritually, they ain't got it. They ain't got it, man. They gonna read Revelation. They actually say, oh, it's gonna be locusts that come down. It's gonna be locusts the size of horses with tails of scorpions. No, man, they ain't what it's talking about.
Hey, that's why they wasn't privy to the prophecy.
Yep.
The spirit of a Mashiach is the spirit of what? Prophecy. So you'll know a true man of the Lord is he able to break down the prophecies. And that's what separates us from these everyday fucking Christian pastors and these so-called self-proclaimed religious leaders. They cannot go into prophecy because the only ones that's able to do that, and the only ones that was given that understanding is the Lord's his men, man. The hopefully elect.
That's pretty said. In the book of Colossians 1:26, I believe it says, you know, the mysteries that's pretty much haven't been revealed, but it's only been revealed to his saints. You know, so it's only to his men, like you said.
They'll say Amos 3:7, the Lord has surely revealed his secrets unto his servants, the prophets.
The Lord do nothing but reveal his secrets unto his servants and prophets. Only the prophets are gonna understand that mystery, man. All right, the Lord speaks in dark sayings. Go ahead and get that Revelation 14.
You want to start at 1, 3. Revelations 14:3. And they sung as it was a new song before the throne and before the. I read it again from the top. Revelations 14:3. And they sung as it were a new song before the throne and before the fourth beast and the elders, and no man could learn that song but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth.
That's right, man. And the elect is the 144,000 that's going to be redeemed from the earth. And no man can learn that song but the 144,000. That's it. You know? And these people, the same look that these people have on their face right now, how you think they're going to be looking? How you think they're going to be looking when the day of Jacob's trouble comes, man? They're going to be having the same stupid look on their face. You know? Not confused, not knowing what's going on. The scripture says, every man shall be afraid. Right? When it says, second Ezra says, for the lack of bread thereof, every man shall be afraid. These niggas are going to weep like bitches, man. You know?
I got a precept for you. Psalms 40:2. It says, he brought me up out of an horrible pit and out of miry clay. and set my feet upon a rock and established my going. And the Lord did that when he quickened us to this truth. That rock is symbolic to Yahweh Shai, that steady ground, that foundation. You know, we was once in a miry place, but the Lord, he quickened us and brought us out that dark pit that pit we was in, man, be it through his word. But this is the point. Verse 3, and he had put a new song in my mouth, even the praise of our power. Many shall see it and fear, shall trust in the Lord. And then that new song, we just preached with that Revelations, man. This word, this new song. The only ones that's given that's able to understand this song and sing it is the Lord's elect, man. You know, the 144,000 was some already in the spirit realm, but a large part of them on the earth prophesying, and then also the believers, the 1/3 that's gonna hearken or dance to the song that we're singing, man. You know.
I made that answer your point. You know, that new song is not a new song. You know, it was just revised. You know, it was just you know, it was pretty much brought back from what we used to know. You know, that's why we understand. You know, because Yahweh watching y'all shop predestined us to understand it.
Yeah, it's like if you forgot an old song out of one of your catalogs.
Exactly.
Blow the dust off there and put it on the old speakers. You're like, oh, shit, I forgot about this song. You know, they always say that good music stands the test of time. You know, good music, you can play that in any time period. It's going to last the test of time.
Any era, yeah.
Like, people still playing Beethoven to this day. That shit was made during what? During the Dark Ages when Jake was ruling, which we know Beethoven was a Jake.
Yep.
But still this day, this music is still being played. They still studying how to fuck his music, man. So how much more of this truth? It's been around since the beginning of the world, but now it's being brought back in these last days, man.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
You know?
All right, song.
Yeah, the song.
That comes in there because we fell away. You got the Thessalonians, right? No, not yet. Got it. We read it earlier.
Yep.
And it said that this should not come unless they be falling away first. So it's prophesied that we're gonna fall away from our heritage and who we know as a people, and we're gonna come back into it. You know.
That was it, man.
I had that Colossians that I quoted.
Go ahead.
This is Colossians 1 in verse 26. It says, even the mystery which have been hid from ages and from generations, but now is made manifest to his saints.
Good.
Yeah, sometimes, like I was saying earlier, you know, the things, you know, that we bring out, you know, Yahweh Shai released the seals, you know, he made it manifest to his saints, you know, the 144,000 and that 1/3.
So why do you help out Shemiah Shah? Because you ain't got it, man.
Nah.
These people think that you can just live your life how you want to live it, man. You raise your kids and you go and die. Save up money, you try your best to become rich or to leave behind a substance for your children, but it's all fucking vain, man.
Yeah.
And then this time, this day and age, it ain't the ages no more. You ain't gonna live to be 60. Right?
I was gonna say, yeah, maybe, probably 50, 60 years ago, you try to make some wealth for your kids, but now we know, shit, this place is fucking temporary. Ain't no point.
Yeah, we doomed, bro. If the Lord don't come back, our children are doomed.
Thanks.
Like the elder said, you better hope, the whole world better hope we right.
We wrong.
Everybody knew.
Because they're gonna kill it, bro. It's gonna be just like Planet of the Apes. It's gonna be overgrown with they gonna shoot missiles at each other. Everybody's gonna be annihilated, bro. It's gonna be like Fallout. It's gonna be like radiation everywhere. People gonna be born with 4 eyes and 6 hands. You know. But
I got to do something real quick. Psalms 19. Psalms 19 and 1. It says, the heavens declare the glory of the Most High. The firmament showeth his handiwork. Day unto day utter speech. Night unto night showeth knowledge. And that unicorn is some of the internet. The Lord created the internet also, where this truth is going out day and night. Because a lot of us woke up to this truth as well, via through the internet.
Yep.
Seeing the camp coming across the video. You know, the brother talking about that yesterday, the net. You know, the Lord used threw the net out. And it's grabbing in what? The good and the bad.
the fish, yeah.
You know? It says there's no speech nor knowledge. It says there's no speech nor language where their voice is not heard. This truth is going out in all 4 corners of the earth, man.
Yep.
You got brothers in Italy called on the name of Yahweh Shemiah Shai. You got brothers in Asia.
24/7.
24/7. Africa.
Real quick piece of Matthew 24:14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. And that's by via internet. Man. The net, which is symbolic because the Lord actually made a parable. You throw out a net and bring in the good and the bad. Now the net is the internet. You know,
and we're seeing the good and the bad. We're seeing through this via this internet, through social media, we're seeing the worst of our people. We're seeing why the flood the flood came, and we're seeing why fire has to come.
Yeah,
look at Jake, man. Look at what Jake doing on TikTok, man.
Look at the dark web. Look, us nothing but all manner of wickedness, man. People torturing babies for what reason? This is an ancient one. They just passing through the fire, but they actually sitting dropping acid on their forehead and shit.
And not even that, they setting on screens to where they could bet money on people, you know, getting tortured, like you said, the baby and shit like that.
That's that Black Mirror's episode.
Yeah.
He kept hurting himself and shit, getting paid. Then he'd go to work, and they were laughing at him and shit because they wanted to put something up his record. You know, sick.
I got more. A little more on this.
Play some parlay and shit.
Psalms 19 and 4. Their line is going throughout all the earth, and their words to the ends of the world. In them, he has set a tabernacle for the sun. A temple, you know. So now the Lord said, let's go to the right temple. We had a Levitical priesthood to get this truth. The Lord has got his men who with a temple. See, the third temple is being built spiritually, man.
Yeah.
You know, the Lord said he don't dwell in temples made by man's hand. He dwells directly with his servants, his men. So now you could go click on any other video and constantly be edified. You know, and the Lord, he can edify you on all levels. You know, you got brothers doing lessons on the Hebrew. You got brothers doing lessons on dieting. You got brothers doing lessons on conduct. You got brothers going to prophecy. You know, so there's no excuse, man. You know, because the Lord, all of us got our gifts. We got the brothers doing a lesson on exhortation. And it's all the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shah at the end of the day, man. You know? That was it on that.
Matthew 11, and 15. He that hath ears to hear, let him hear. But whereunto shall I liken this generation? It is like unto children sitting in the marketplaces, calling unto their fellows. Who are the children, man? The sons of God, the Israelites, man. Calling to our fellows. Who are our fellows? Fellow Israelites, but mainly the elect. We call it to all Israel, right? You know, the ones that want to get right. But don't nobody want to get right. We call it to our fellows like, hey, you know, this is your heritage. This is the truth of your scriptures. You've been lied to your whole life. Come and sup with us.
Yeah, what Paul said, his heart's desire that all Israel be saved.
God.
But we know that's not the case.
Yep.
Only one's going to get is the elect.
Yep. Saying what? Saying to fellow Israelites, we have piped unto you, and ye have not danced. So we telling you this word, but you ain't rejoicing. It says, we have mourned unto you, and you have not lamented.
Because we listen to music, and you start to dance, you start to move.
Yeah.
And you start to react to the sound.
Yep.
And we're playing the music, and Jake is not reacting. They looking like, what the fuck are you playing? This sounds like country music to Jake. You know, Jake don't like country music. You know what I'm saying? But you just like listen to Jake. Like, this truth is like country music to a nigga.
Yeah, because you know, even in the truth, like some of that shit is good.
Yeah.
Some of that shit.
Yeah, some of it.
Some of it. You know?
Yeah, some more of that before I get this.
You get yours. I got another precept.
This is the book of John 6. It's like Jeremiah 6 in verse 16. It says, thus saith the Lord, stand ye in the ways and see. Ask for the old paths, where is the good way, and walk therein. And ye shall find rest for your souls. But they said, we will not walk therein. Exactly. This is our people, you know. God, this is our people, you know. They said they won't walk therein. And what's therein? You know, the old paths, which is the ways of the scriptures. You know, following the ways of our forefathers, you know, the correct way. But instead, you know, they want to follow after the father of the devil. You know, Esau, Edom. You know, what you want to say?
I said, it's old saying, how would you know where you're going if you never know where you came from?
Yep.
Exactly.
You got our people out here saying that, oh well, if you want to find out where you came from, if that's going to get you some kind of spiritual clarity, then hey, that's you. But me, it doesn't matter where I came from. The nigga from the Fugazi.
Yeah, I heard him say that.
That's idiotic, nigga.
That podcast dude said no Fugazi. And most children want to know where their parents came from. What was it like when you was growing up? What was your dreams and aspirations as you was a kid? What did you want to be when you was like, you know, what plans that you had for me when I was born. You know, most children want to know that. But like, if you sitting there saying, oh, well, where I came from doesn't matter to me. Where I came from, that's not gonna help my kids, nor my finances. Bro, get the fuck out of here, bro. You the same Israelites that wanted to side with the heathen that ruled over us, man. You the ones that was saying, let us go back to Egypt and enjoy our flesh pots and our leeks and our onions, man. You the same nigga that wanted to sell out our own people.
Yeah, the niggas the Maccabees, making league with
these niggas. In places of exercise, so that motherfucker look like a mole. He look like a mole, man. Like he painted his lips.
So you look at these modern NFL and NBA players, a lot of them look like moles, sodomites.
Oh yeah.
Remember the hoopers in the 90s had the ball, you know, they was going out with the ball head, but at least they looked kind of rough and rugged.
Yeah,
So,
but they was muscular and shit. Like, man.
Masculine.
Now these niggas be skinny as hell.
Colorful hair.
Bro, Kevin, what's his name? Kevin Durant. Not Kevin. It's Kevin Durant. Tall, lanky nigga. Thunder.
Yeah.
OKC.
Kevin Durant, yeah.
Kevin Durant, this nigga been skinny his whole time, bro. His whole life. He ain't got no muscle mass, bro. Like this nigga just got height. That's it. He ain't got no weight. Just height.
Yeah.
At least LeBron got some muscle mass, you know. But these niggas don't like man, bro. They like tall ass high schoolers, bro.
Yeah, tall, effeminate.
Skinny as fuck. I know grown ass man be sitting out fucking frail, bro.
I got a precept.
Yeah, bro. Let's get on topic.
2 Ezra 6:27, it says, for evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome, and the truth, which had been so long without fruit, shall be declared.
Yeah.
And that's what's happening right now through the Holy Spirit. The seed is being quenched. The man is seed is being revealed. And that's why Esau is reacting in the way that he's acting, because he feel the pressure. You know, he's untrustworthy. What's going to say? The foul man shall no longer be called liberal.
Yep.
Everybody realize that you just need to shut the fuck up. There's nothing good that's come out your mouth. Everything's a lie. You know, nobody trusts the Edomite, man, woman, or child, man. You know, even down these lower levels. And these Edomites, they know it. Nobody respect the Edomite no more. You know, back in the 60s, they was able to get on Jacob get in order, but now nobody give a fuck about these Edomites no more. You know, look at your president, man. He try to control everything, but the man can't even control his own bowel movements.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like, here you are, you telling everybody what to do. You gotta wear, man, you gotta do shit on yourself, man. You need to go sit your ass down and go retire some goddamn well, man. But we know he's a puppet too. You know?
That's how about that shameful spirit. You know, y'all just the laughing stock of the whole earth now. Everybody know that y'all liars too.
Yeah, a bunch of PDF files, man. That's all you guys is, man. And then they put it in your face. Well, they'll never catch on to it, but now we're waking up to it. Now you know, we gotta do something about this now. Like the Nickelodeon loco.
Yeah. Even the producer, the head of Nickelodeon, he had a foot fetish.
Yeah. Bunch of freaks.
It's a footy. Oh, you got more to that?
But that was it on there.
We gonna go on that.
Isaiah 29.
29. You going over 12?
Yep. I'm gonna read verse 11 again. Isaiah.
Like a model.
Isaiah 29, verse 11. Well, that's close. Yeah. And the vision of all is become unto you as the words of a book that is sealed,
Yep.
which men deliver to one that is learned, saying, read this, I pray thee. And he saith, I cannot, for it is sealed.
I cannot, for it is sealed, man. You know, it said when it's learned, right? When
Yep.
it is learned. And those are people that go to theologian schools, so when it's supposed to be taught the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and then they get their life, they get the certificate to be an ordained elder or ordained pastor, you know, evangelist, you know, go ahead.
I would say what makes it worse, you know, they getting it from our enemy. So of course they're not gonna tell you the fucking truth of what's going on in the book.
Even if you preach the truth, they ain't gonna, you can't keep that license. Go ahead.
It says, verse 12, and the book is delivered to him that is not learned, saying, read this, I pray thee. And he saith, I am not learned.
And those are guys that those are guys that just self-proclaim. They just go and buy a building and make it a church. You know what I'm saying? Those are the ones that ain't learned. They ain't never going to feel those schools, boy.
Verse 13, it says, wherefore the Lord said,
Your grandma been reading all her life. You go ask them, baby, you ain't grandma shit on
it says, wherefore the Lord said, for as much as the people draw near me with their mouth and with their lips do honor me, but have removed the heart far from me.
The heart far from me, man. Right?
And their fear toward me is taught by the precept of men.
By the precept of men. These people don't listen to, man, these people don't care. They don't even care to read on their own. They don't care to read on their own, man. You know, they wanna know, oh, you tell me what to do so I can do it. You wanna listen to another man. But then when it comes to you having a man, you ain't gonna listen to him. For these Israelite women out here. You know? Oh, but you will listen to your pastor though. You know, you cooking for your pastor, cooking for your pastor and your husband. Fuck out of here.
I got a precept. I got a precept that's
Really?
really.
Back say, fuck your husband. Fuck your pastor. In the name of the Lord, fuck him. Go ahead,
Because the Lord, He shed His life for us to receive His truth. The only ones that's going to get that blood was shed is for the elect, you know? Which eventually the whole nation's going to benefit off of it, but it starts with the elect. I just want to get this Revelations 5 and 1.
He got the ancient spirit on him. He like, these goddamn niggas.
He was tweaking. You got it.
Revelations 5 and 1. And I saw in the right hand of him that sat on the throne a book written within, and on the backside sealed with the 7 seals.
Scoot out a little bit, bro. To your left.
To the left. It says, and I saw a strong angel proclaim with a loud voice, who is worthy to open the book and to loose the seals thereof? And no man in heaven nor on earth, neither under the earth, was able to open the book, neither to look upon thereof. And I wept much because no man was found worthy to open and to read the book, neither to look thereon.
Because when it's sealed, and you can't open it. Like when something is sealed, well, something shut. It cannot be opened. Go ahead.
It says, and one of the elders said unto me, weep not. Behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, hath prevailed to open the book and to loose the 7 seals thereof. And how he was able to do that? By shedding his blood. You know, they offering his body as a living sacrifice, man, so we can receive his truth. And because if the Lord never shed his blood, he's never going to be able to receive this truth.
Right.
To get the victory in the end, right? You know, once the Lord shed his blood, hey, he defeated it. Once he's resurrected, he defeated death. Now that the seals are loose. But it was only ordained for a particular time at the end, man. You know, because, you know, for years we was disconnected, so we didn't have this truth. But through the mercy of the Lord, hey, we received this again, man.
Yeah, again.
Yeah. So we once knew this, you know.
I said that Isaiah 29.
See my boy in there, we had a quick precept real quick.
Yeah, that was it.
I'm gonna get how you word it? Shit, it just escaped me. Okay, yeah, Jeremiah 17:4.
Discontinue. I get it, bro.
Yeah, you get that one. I get the one in Jude. The one in Jude that says, though you once knew this. It says, right to your heart.
Another one too. It said, I will turn all things to the
That's the one. Jude 1 and 5.
Yeah.
I will therefore put you in remembrance, though ye once knew this, how the Lord, having saved the people out of the land of Egypt, afterward destroyed them that believe not. He's gonna do the same thing again. But the point is, the Lord gonna put us in remembrance. He gonna totally recall our memory from what we forgot, what we fell away from, man, which is our heritage. Growing up thinking that we're black, African American, speaks, you know, Spanish, you know, that's false. Those are the lies that the Lord have pulled down through the men of the Lord, the apostles, the great ministers, and their apostles.
What say in the land of captivity, you should be bethink yourself, remember yourself. You know, that's what I got that precept. Jeremiah 17:4. And thou even thyself shall discontinue from thy heritage that I gave.
Even thyself. So you and the prophets. The prophets are always going to be righteous. But we all got punished as a nation. The Lord coming back to deliver a speck, you know, a small number.
that says, shall discontinue from thy heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thy enemies in a land which thou knowest not.
And that's a curse. And that's one of the curses Yahweh Shem Yahshua put on our people. You know, but the people that say they us, they didn't suffer that curse. Where you see them serving their enemies at, man? When did they serve their enemies? Oh, everybody say, oh, the Holocaust. No, the Lord said, I'm going to deliver you. He didn't even serve their enemies during that time.
Say they didn't even serve.
They didn't even serve their enemies during that time, man. They just dwelt among them.
I was saying, then how you end up start owning oil companies and banks and shit like that? The scriptures never said that, and the scriptures never said that you will bring yourself back into that land. You know, he said he will bring us back into that land, not you.
Exactly.
Not a Balfour
Not the
declaration.
declarations and treaties and paperwork.
And then to answer your point, you know, Dan said you shall live in peace. The first fucking day that y'all got in the land, y'all had a war break out. So make it make sense. Make it make sense.
Yeah, you the owner of all the PDF files and these sex trafficking rings.
PDF files.
Yeah, man, like you people, how the hell y'all haven't chosen people, man? Then you get mad when people point this shit out. You niggas hopping out of tunnels.
Yeah, with shitty ass beds and fucking tunnels.
Suit unscathed. Like he ain't had no stain.
Suit is unscathed.
Well, he out in the tunnel, but he had no stain on him. Like this nigga a smooth criminal.
Bro, a smooth criminal, bro. The whole time the suit filthy as hell. You just can't see the dirt. 'Cause it's black. Hey, you don't never see the variety of color. They all look the same
Black.
clothes. Like they all look the same too.
But them the chosen people. Get the hell up out of here, man.
They ain't got no salt. They ain't salt, man.
I would say then they try to make their hair curly. You know, their hair don't even come out curly at first. Yeah, they be using different type of materials and flat iron to make their
Buy
hair.
them shits and put them on, bro. And you like,
Yeah,
you
they gonna help, bro.
Bitch come with that hat.
hey, I was just saying. And they glue that shit on a stove cap like a bitch. This shit come with the hat, man.
Fuck out of here. He take the hat off, the shit come on with
Yeah,
it.
they come with the hat. Put the hat on the head to a mannequin head.
That shit fire.
Hey, the Lord said in the last day that the real Israelites gonna be at the bottom of society, man.
Exactly.
You know, downtrodden. Hey, it says in Psalms 8:3, you should make them no remembrance of me. So how the hell you, and then you gonna use the Bible say justify the war against Amalek. Called it Ishmaelites, Amalek. So which one is it? Esau done away with or not?
Or is it not?
Yeah, like come on, man. You devils all over the place, and what it is, the Lord got his prophets on your ass, man. Every lie you say, every lie you tell, we right there to reveal the truth.
I know y'all remember that one time they came out and said they found the tribe of Manasseh. It was nothing but some damn Asians, bro. They should have come off a plane. Ever since then, they never said shut up about them. That shit was goofy, bro.
Y'all not gonna bite that? All right, leave it alone.
Y'all not gonna like that? Straight up folly. That's that freestyle. I have rule 2. Rule 2, starting at verse 28, it says, as thou spakest by the servant Moses in the day when thou didst command him to write the law before the children of Israel, saying, if ye will not hear my voice, surely this very great multitude shall be turned into a small number among the nations, where I will scatter them. We've seen already the multiple captivities.
Multiple captivities. And then that man, and then also he shall separate us, man. Negroes are different from Latinos. Latinos are different from Native Americans. We're not all the same people. We all came from different people. They say the Native Americans came from the Eskimos. The Negroes came from Africans. And then well, a lot of Israelites over there, they think they Mayas and Eagles. Yeah, it's true, but they was first Israelites. They think they come from Mayas and Eagles. No, they called themselves that shit.
Missing something.
Yeah, they called themselves that shit. And they was going on like a motherfucker too.
Yeah, man.
Hey, going to war with each other, killing, sacrificing them to death.
Another thing, the color, white, black, that brought a lot of confusion. But you got so-called Israelites that look like so-called white people.
Yeah.
You got so-called Edom, you got so-called chocolate-covered Edomites.
And Elam.
Yeah, you got dark-skinned Edomites. You wonder why this nigga Smith is still
Talking all funny.
yeah, nigga work at the GameStop or one of the weird-ass stores. You know?
Yeah.
It's a weirdo the whole time.
Yeah,
Nigga,
separate
he's a
green.
tear.
Yeah, man. Until like a motherfucker.
Playing game like Skyrim and shit like that.
Yeah, he a shut-in. Motherfuckers a shut-in.
Yeah.
You know, a 40-year-old virgin. A fucking shut-in. And then a hacker. He turned himself to how to be a fucking hacker. You know, know.
Typical. You gonna say something?
You got it.
Rule 2 and 30, for I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves.
In the land of their captivity, they shall remember themselves. And here we are, man, back at it again. You know, probably, hey, somebody get that in Revelations 9 and last verse, or is it 8 in the last verse? It says, John, thou shalt prophesy again. I think that's 10. 10 in the very last verse.
Yeah, he told what? He told Daniel.
For sure. Yeah, he told Daniel the same thing.
He told Daniel what? Stand in thy light.
Daniel 12.
Hey, Ezra, war is me. Who shall deliver me in those days?
Yep.
The men of the Lord. Hey, some of us actually walked with Yahweh Shai when he was on the earth. You got men right now that's teaching that walk with the Lord.
Yeah.
That was probably one of the disciples, man.
John.
We don't know who, but hey, you got men that literally, women that's actually cook for the Lord.
Yeah.
That's on the earth right now, they're ready to receive their reward, man.
And Mary and Martha is back today.
Yeah. And we believe that. You have a nigga, how do you know that? We believe through faith, nigga.
Yeah, we get on the scriptures, man. But you got some righteous women in the scriptures, and they back today.
Yeah.
Man, you might not see them. You ain't supposed to see them.
Yeah,
They
doing their
put up some of them. They're probably some good wives in California that believe in the Israelites.
Or wait for that husband.
You know? Or wait.
They in the house.
They in the house and watching the brothers.
Wait for their husband to be reunited with their, this is my man from the past. Like,
Or they got them in some hick town and ain't got no jakes at all.
Revelations 10 and 10. It says, and I took the little book out of the angel's hand and ate it up. And it was in my mouth sweet as honey. And as soon as I had eaten it, my belly was bitter.
Fine, man. Because it was sweet as honey because he rejoiced in he's an Israelite and he knew the truth. That's what happened when you first found out the truth, man. He says, it's in your mouth sweet as honey. Like, man, I know the Lord, I know his will, I can please him. But then actually performing it, that's when it becomes bitter. Why? Because Isaiah 59 and 15, it says, even him that departed from iniquity, making himself afraid.
Like a fight.
Evil. Him that departed from evil, making himself afraid, man. That was praying upon him. Now Esau Edom is looking for us every step we get, man.
Yep.
And you got eyes like this looking at us like we crazy. We crazy. You know?
And it also says what? He that increases knowledge, increases sorrow. So the more you know, the more sorrow for you out there. You see the world like this shit don't supposed to be ran like this.
Yeah.
Like you get vexed when you see how women act. In the righteous world, I wouldn't want to be doing this shit anymore. But we be subject to it. We gotta sit here and watch it.
When we found out, we see the more wicked the world is.
That's being the only sane person in the insane asylum.
Exactly. The only same person gifted, your gift is not understood. Actually, your gift is despised amongst the owner of the asylum.
Everybody looking at you like you crazy.
Exactly. But you gotta play along. It's order, you're instructed to play along. That's what fools do. Yeah, you gotta go through it.
Food that you don't even know what the fuck is in. But you know something's in it. It's defiled, but you just don't know.
You don't know how to foul.
Yeah, so you just gotta pray.
Yeah.
You think you eating lamb, this nigga's eating clone, mixed nigga meat, mixed
Nigga meat.
with some shit and it made a nigga, Esau put the chemicals on it.
And he human being booty chew.
Yeah, man. And made it taste good. Made it taste like lamb.
Facts. That is crazy. You can make something that's not lamb that tastes like lamb.
That tastes just like lamb.
That's crazy.
Food enhancer.
Revelations 10 and 11. It says that he said unto me, thou must prophesy again before many people and nations and tongues and kings.
So explain that, man. If you die and go to hell or heaven for eternity, how you gonna prophesy? How did John prophesy? John's spirit, the vibration came back on other people. No, bro. You don't say that. It said you shall come back again, man. Your body is just a vessel inhabited by a spirit. And your spirit gets translated from one body to the next. Why do you think bodies grow up and then they go back into the earth from where they came? Because it came from the earth originally.
This is a vessel.
It's just a vessel, man. And we understand that these vessels are going to be changed. These vessels going to be, it's going to take you out of one vessel, put you in another one, like pain.
Hey, that's part of the mystery. He's talking about the Lord revealeth his secrets. That's having that understanding. That's a secret. The no reincarnation is real. So the people can't find real. What you mean? That's a secret. And man, when you understand reincarnation, the book makes total sense. Like, oh shit. and everything starts to make more sense.
The Lord said the same thing. What he say? Elijah coming, being John the Baptist. He said, "If you may believe it." Paraphrasing. So he had the same. He knew certain people wouldn't believe reincarnation. But if you had, what did he say? Who do you think I am? He said, "I believe you the son of the living power." He said, "Only my Father has given you that." So it's the same thing. Only the Father can give you that eyesight to see that reincarnation is real, and all of these different prophecies are popping up.
I got a precept. Hosea 1:10. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start at 9. It says, "Then said the Most High, call his name Lo Ami, for ye are not my people, and I will not be your power."
The Lord casted us off from him. We had to be cast us off because we kept going on. And like the Lord told Jeremiah, even thou unto thyself shall discontinue from my heritage which I gave you. You know?
It says, verse 10, "Yet the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be numbered, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in a place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living power."
Exactly. Well, how does it say we are not his people? Because we have impossible trying to be like us, but they are not. You know? And then we're gonna remember ourselves saying that we the people, and then everybody, not everybody, but a lot of people are gonna agree with you, man. Not even people that's part of the 1/3. It's part of people. It's people part of the 1/3. Like, man, they make a lot of sense, and they don't even believe. They hitting the joint like, man, it makes sense. All right, see y'all later. You know. Then they go and call it, tell them, yeah, I ain't black, I'm Israelite. You think Kendrick Lamar gonna make it?
Hell no.
But he can.
Yeah,
I'm not saying
true.
he can't.
Nah, it is true. He can.
We don't know the
I don't know if he probably let go to 1/3.
He got
everything the will of the Lord.
He got a chance.
Somebody said, I'm an Israelite. I ain't black no more. Oh, man, on commercial, not television, but commercial media.
mainstream
radio.
Come on now. Man, I ain't gonna make it. You know, if you don't repent, he ain't gonna make it. You know, but I can see that motherfucker ain't gonna be one of the 1/3 unless the Lord say otherwise. You know, but he got a lot of 2/3 out here that say they Israelites. A lot of them, and that's in the scriptures, man. The people that was the 2/3 that's executed Yahushua, they knew they was Israelites. So they far-fetched. It's just we coming to the know, because that's just part of the truth. But GMS got 100% of the truth.
And that's the mystery of the Gentiles.
That's the mystery of the Gentiles.
See, they don't understand. They think the Gentile, the other nation. No, the mystery of the Gentiles was Israelites that fell from their heritage. Just like us, we fell from our heritage. So we came to the truth. Whether your ass was in Italy, whether you was in Africa, whether you was in fucking Germany. We was all Gentile. We was following the ways of the customs of that land that we lived in, man.
The scriptures say.
You know, eating swine, you know, committing adultery. You know, Jake doing all kinds of wicked shit, man. Smoking blunts. You know, popping other niggas' girls, man.
And the scriptures say, I should not believe it, doing the tongue. You know? Marvelous scriptures, what? People of other nations will call themselves Israel. That was something that was.
That's why I said the Lord should be at the sand of the sea. That's nothing, because it's not based upon color either. Now, granted, we know that the majority of the nation of Israel is a melanated people, but Israel's gonna come in other shades and forms too. They're gonna be looking like the other heathens. Speckled birds, man. There's people right now we walk by, you may think it's a heathen the whole time he's an Israelite.
For real.
Why you think Esau, he got to chip the whole world, because he knows that. He knows this is not subject to just white and black. Even some of those small hats, so-called looking small hats, some of them be Jake.
Good
You know?
example, if you ever watched 8 Now, B Rabbit was a Jake.
Yeah.
He had all the curses among him. He was hanging around Jake, acting like Jake. When they say quack like a duck, look like a duck, it's a duck.
Yeah, him and all the niggas that shot himself.
Shut about.
Shut him up.
Jake too.
Jake,
Said Adam Sandler, he said, hey, he look like some-called Amalek.
Yeah, he
You
can
know?
be Jake.
But he
Ben
damn
Stiller.
sure Jake, bro.
Yeah, Adam Sandler might be Jake.
I think Ben Stiller, man.
Look at Blake Griffin.
Yeah.
Blake Griffin, his father
Look at his son.
darker than me.
Thanks.
So it's not subject to white and black. You know, the Lord ain't that damn plain, man, like that, bro.
But the Lord don't judge on the outward appearance.
Yeah.
He judge on the heart, but he don't care what the outward appearance is. You know, like Absalom. Absalom thought he was the fairest man in the kingdom. He thought he was chosen. Get out of here, man.
Yeah.
Oh, pretty ass nigga.
Had have been his downfall too, but his head got caught up with the.
Yeah.
Come on, pretty ass nigga.
Joe was just like, man, slay that nigga.
Okay, I got it. Isaiah 25:7. He will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations.
It's the covenant cast. You're Chinese. You're East Indian. Everybody else, everything, but I'm the Jew.
I'm the child of the king.
I'm the only biblical name. So who the Egyptians? What they have? What happened to the Egyptians?
They're all dead.
And then when they do so, the Egyptians, they like Ishmael.
Or some white man with a fucking the Egyptian crown.
They still there in school. They still there in school. It's like, come on, bro. I knew that shit was fake.
Damn. And that new David movie, they show Goliath. They show Goliath as an Edomite. He was pale as hell.
Oh, hell no.
He saw everybody. He the Edomite. He the
He
samurai.
play all roles.
This nigga, he the Genghis Khan.
Yeah.
This nigga, the Mongols. This motherfucker, he everybody. He the
Last
Gad,
Samurai.
He the Mayans.
the Mayans.
Like damn, he the angels.
But the Edomites.
Everybody but
Everybody
Esau.
but the Edomites.
We ain't them.
That's a red flag, man.
You do?
No. Hey, a lot of Edomites was putting themselves in the way of Pharaoh. Like, I remember when they said, Cleopatra looks like this. And everybody's in an uproar how she was an Edomite. I'm like, the bitch was an Edomite.
Yeah.
You know, the bitch was a fucking Greek. What the fuck?
Yeah. What dynasty was that? Yeah, yep.
Or the Pompeii. Ptolemy, I think it's Ptolemy.
Ptolemy dynasty, yep.
But, Diana?
Brother man.
He was familiar, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
I got Matthew 11:10. For this is he of whom it is written, Behold, I send my messenger before thy face, which shall prepare thy way before thee. Verily I say unto you, among them that are born of women, there have no risen a greater than John the Baptist. Notwithstanding that, it said, he that is least in the kingdom of heaven is greater than he. Verse 12. And from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven suffered violence, and the violence taken by force. And the kingdom of heaven is the Israelites. Suffered violence. And it's those that occupied Israelites. It's the Roman at the time, Roman Empire. The Roman Empire is back today. You know? With all manner of wicked devices, wicked people, wicked bitches. So it says in the days of, and from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven suffered violence, and the violence taken by force. The violence is the mystery of iniquity. It says
captivity.
We in captivity because we in captivity. We was in captivity during Rome back then, and now we're in captivity in New Rome. You know, the new beast. It says, for all the prophets and the law prophesied unto John, and if ye receive it, this is Elias, which was for to come. He that hath ears to hear, let him hear.
And the Lord said what in the book of Malachi, before that great and dreadful day, he's going to send Elijah back again.
Yep.
Which we believe through the Spirit was Abba Bibbins, man. You know, he had to be. Because why? It's going to say he should return the hearts of the sons back unto the fathers. This truth came out. By the way, the Lord used Abba Biz as a vessel to bring this truth back out again, man.
That's it, man.
And from that point on, this truth spread like wildfire, man.
Yep.
You know, look how much happened from going on from the 60s to now. A lot of shit happened, bro. You have war in Vietnam. Esau said that he went to the moon.
War on drugs.
War on drugs. All that shit, bro, happened.
I'm trying to think of 60s. So now it's like 60 years.
Yeah. The feminist movement.
65. Yeah, 65 years, man. A lot has happened. Look at 1960 to 1900. That's 60 years.
Yeah, that's a lot happened.
I ain't gonna say ain't shit happened from 19 to 1960. But from 1960 to now, it's triple from 1900 to 1960. The times are triple now, man.
Look how fast technology is fucking grew, man. We went from color TV, now you got fucking... now you question whether or not you watching something real or not. That's how
TV,
you
you put some glasses on the TV right from the screen, right from your eyes. You can fucking touch this shit.
Right. You go to comment, everybody question that. Is this AI? Shit, I don't know if it's AI.
Yeah, you don't know what the
video.
fuck's real now. You don't know if you watching some real or something fake. That's how we go. That's another thing. That's why we're gonna need the Lord in these times to keep us stable. There's gonna be so much deception and deceit. That's why Lord said that. When they say I'm here and lo, I'm there. The little church they had, you know, the little people like, damn, besides over there. Like, we ain't over there.
Project Blue Man.
Project Blue Man.
They showed you that type of technology in that Spider-Man movie with Mysterio
Yeah.
or whatever. He was using straight AI stuff to pretty much cause illusions.
Everything, movies and shows, shit, just to get you, you know, hip to it already and shit.
Hey, the elder up the elder said to Don, he said, you see that? You see a white man come out the sky, you better run.
He's gonna be in the jet.
You better run. They in the jet with bombs on it, nigga.
It's Matthew 24 and 22. And except those days be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days should be shortened. So for the elect's sake, man, time is moving fast, man.
Man,
Man, we almost to March.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
say
they
it
had-
was just the first.
they was just saying last summer how they had the shortest day recorded. But yet, ever since then, days have only getting shorter.
Weeks flying by, man. You ain't got enough time in the week to do shit.
Man,
You know, then the job's getting longer.
sure.
They still working 12-hour days, man. What the fuck?
And that shit flying by.
Yeah, I go to work, so I'm gonna be starting my car. Next thing you know, I'm starting my car.
Every next day, it's like it's camp.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, we got camp tomorrow at 5 p.m. So I blink, it's gonna be 5 p.m. tomorrow.
Really, I ain't got nothing. Got anything else? All right, with that, we'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory once again to the honest apostle is a great millstone, tells the truth and who will. And peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, whoever it may be. Shalom. Kwame Yasharallah. Blah.
Bob. Came out back in 2027.
Soon.
Y'all heard.
You got to push hand real quick.
Push what in? Oh, in. Tweak. Line.
Keep it rolling.
I was somebody.